everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Purdue Boilermakers taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Ducks will kick it away to start. And here's the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Purdue's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach. So much fun to play with him. A guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active and a weapon.
The Boilermakers want to move quickly. Hand off from the gun. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this defense continues to bring the heat. First sack of the day, setting the tone in the first quarter. They had 5 last week, ladies and gentlemen. So this defense has been affecting the quarterback and making him feel so uncomfortable.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Oregon's offense will get the ball for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Harris will throw. He's going for it all. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he got loose, it was all over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he can get a first down.
Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Otis left him grasping. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
At the 45, on his way. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quick completion on the out route. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. And the Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets open down the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Just needed 3 yards on 3rd down, and they got it with precision execution.
Yeah, and the QB got the football and got that thing out of his hands. Nice job, nice slant, nice timing route. Throw it to the receiver, get it on his body where he can make the play and get the first down.
Trying play action. Using the quick game.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful. And down he goes back at the 3.
Defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A tantalizing top 15 showdown today, and we've got an update. Iowa State is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there in Ames, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 14 to Colorado. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make... position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They believe they can run right here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide out in motion. Harris back to pass. Unloads to the right. Got him, and nobody's close. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
If you're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race, you've got to win games and you've got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
He leaves it with his back. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Not sexy at all, right? Just hand the ball to the running back. Could I pull it? Yeah, but I want to get that first down. Nice job understanding the situation of the game, going and getting the first down, and getting a fresh set of downs.
Discards a man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick pass on the jet motion. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. It's complete to the left. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And as they come to the line of scrimmage here, you can take the lead with a field goal, but a touchdown here gives you extra cushion. On the move. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's loose at the 15. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And what a run. When you're an offensive coordinator, you're backed up, you're just trying to create some space to get out of your own end zone, and it's always a nice bonus when you pop one and create some serious space for your offense and some momentum going forward.
The sure hands, it's Everett. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Boilermakers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They move the tight end all over. Harris will throw. He's got it down the middle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Here's the give off the left side. Shows him the stiff arm. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. The Ducks are on the move. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. From the gun. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now on second down. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run in the red zone. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DB. Not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Play number 11 on this drive. The defense has yielded ground, but they're trying to get a stop on third and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Oregon! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. After that latest answer ties things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Boilermakers will hustle to the line. The snap sets up to throw. On the move, he fires. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Finds his big tight end. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a touchdown Ducks! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Boilermakers will punt this one away. And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Harris back to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it on the left. Off he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Boilermakers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting the sack, creating some momentum.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle.
And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with a big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Defense showing blitz here. Running back goes in motion. Pocket starts to collapse. Caught behind the line. It's Everett. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Collins. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here later.
Fires to the wideout, working that left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The Boilermakers in the hurry-up.
That is a beautiful throw. We were all talking coming into this game. We weren't sure if anyone was going to be able to complete a pass because of these conditions. And as a quarterback, when you're throwing in the snow, the ball's slick. Anyone running a route, it's hard to get in and out of breaks. But those two guys were on the same page right there, coming up with a huge play in the inclement weather.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Until that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Purdue! And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Harris will throw. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Oregon! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And the Boilermakers are in the hurry-up.
Gain of 18. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's looking downfield to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock
Reels it in on the left side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the...
He's got it. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing.
Fires one high and deep. And he hauls it in at the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He caught it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and it
makes a diving catch along the left sideline.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Quarterback empties his backfield. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got a man. It's Witherspoon. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. They'll line up for a second down play. Harris back to pass. Fires left. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. From throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs,